Good morning. This is Chris Gray from Due North Stamping, and I have another flip through of a journal that I created for a friend of mine to give to her daughter. And it is just basically kind of an eclectic journal. It's got a little bit of a wedding theme at the beginning because she just got married, and then the rest of the journal is kind of just all different things because she wanted it to be like something she could use throughout the year, not just especially for wedding. So to begin with, a cover is made from a book cover, and then I covered it with fabric and then used an image on the front and some fabric and some lace underneath, and then a little book plate and a doily on the back that I glued underneath. And then I made a dangle with some different elements and ribbon and lace and string and pearls. And then I tied some little charms here and there throughout. A little handmade charm. I don't know if you can see that one. All different things, just kind of an eclectic mix. And it's attached with a clamp so it can be removed if she desires to use it as a writing journal and that gets in the way, so she can just remove that as she wants to. So I'll just take that off for now while I'm going through my flip through. And then the cover I made with some eyelets, and then I just tied some of this chiffon ribbon on, which I might change my mind on this chiffon ribbon. It seems to be fraying a little bit more than I thought it would, so I might have to find an alternative for that. But for right now, I've got chiffon ribbon tied onto it. And then at the bottom, I have some bead dangles that I tied, and they say some of the word ones say faith, family, love, and friends. And then just different assorted beads and things to kind of go with the color of the album. So that's those. And then you open it up, and the first page on the front and inside cover, there's an envelope that I made, and I put a little rosette on it, and it's attached with a magnet. So you open it up, and then there's some room inside, and it's got a little nameplate that says this journal belongs to, that they can fill out. A little thing from My Porch Prints that tells you how to use a junk journal, because a lot of people just really aren't that familiar with them, and this kind of gives you ideas of what to do and how to use it. And then a little note from the bookmaker that I downloaded from Pam at Paper Outpost, which also kind of gives you a little bit insight into what a junk journal is and how to use it. So I just tuck those in the front envelope, so that kind of gives them kind of a roadmap. And then, so moving on, then the first page is basically a flip out, and it's got a little pocket and a tag, and on that tag she can either leave it the way it is, or I thought she might want to add like a wedding photo or something, or she could leave the front picture and add a photo to the back, but there is journaling on the back. So that just kind of goes inside there, and then it flips open, and then there's also room on the back here, and then there's room here for a photo or whatever. And wherever I say, throughout the album, I just put ephemera in here and there, but it can be replaced with photos or whatever the owner desires. And here's like an old-time wedding picture that I thought was kind of cute with the Mr. and Mrs., and it's in a vellum pocket, so she can take that out. She can either use it or keep it on there and just use her own photo on the back, or use it as a template to put her own photo in there. But I thought that was kind of unique. And her colors for her wedding, since she got married on New Year's Eve, were red and gray and white. So I kind of tried to incorporate a little bit of red into it, but I didn't want to overdo the red. And here's a vellum pocket that I made. It says New Beginnings, and that has an insert that's made out of a junk mail envelope that I just decorated up, and I put a tag inside of there that she can write on or whatever. And then that just tucks into the vellum envelope that I made. And I just kind of collaged it on the front. Continuing on, I skipped some pages so that they have a writing spot. Here's a little tuck spot I made out of a collage page that I made, kind of like a master board that I cut up. And that just has a little specimen thing, and that can also, it's got a flower in it right now, but that can also be covered up with a picture if she wants. And then moving on, I have from Pink Monarch Prints, one of her super simples was this one, where it opens up and it says tell your story, and then there's some tickets that tuck into these side belly band that's divided into 3 sections. Then you open it up, and it's got a tag on the inside. It says anchored on the bottom. I hope I'm staying in frame. And then this one with the butterfly and the lace says unstoppable, and that one flips up, and there's a pocket up here for more more items. Let me come down a little bit. For more ephemera or pictures or whatever. And then journaling space on the bottom. And then, so that's that page. Here's another envelope that I made out of a book page with some vellum, and I just decorated the front and put a tag in it, and she can put a picture on there if she wants, or journal on the back. And then here's another little pocket with another specimen card that can be, a photo can be put in there, and I just put a little dangle on there that says blessings with a little bead dangle on it. And a lot of the pages I covered with lace. I tried to kind of go throughout the book and kind of even it out and make it look kind of uniform, but I don't put lace on every page because that would cost a fortune. And then I had gotten this idea, and I think it was from, I'm not really sure who it was from. I've seen all kinds of people making these fake identification cards, and I truly don't remember who I had gotten this idea from, but I found these nursing photos, and the girl that's receiving the journal is a nurse. And so I thought that would be a cute identification card to make one that looks like a nurse. I made several of these, and I put a couple in this journal, and I hung on to a couple, but I just created that out of some cardstock and a picture and some stamps that I had. And that just tucks into this envelope. And then this is just a little paper envelope that I had, and I tucked a tag in there with a little dangle on it that has a metal little charm, and it says blessed on it. So I just tuck that in there, and then there's another little tag in there that they can write on. And then this is like a side pocket type thing. It has a card that pulls out, like a file folder looking card with journaling on the back. And this page is just kind of glued on 3 sides to make it into, and I think this is also a Super Simples from Pink Monarch Prints. The side here has some little pockets that have little ephemera in it. Then you open it up, and here's, more pockets on this side with little doodads in it. And this is like a little side tuck with butterflies, a circle shape, and then a tag, and I put a key on that, and then a little piece of writing paper in there. So that one, and that's kind of cute. Then that was the first signature. Now moving on to the second signature. This one is also, I think this was a Super Simples from Pink Monarch Prints. And this is just like a three-layered pocket thing with some tags and things in it. And then the back has a bigger tag with some writing space on the back and a dangle on the side to, when you close the journal, it kind of dangles out the side. I thought that was kind of cute. Let's see if I have a frame here. Okay. Then this one is another junk mail envelope that I made a pocket at the bottom. Used the window just to put an image behind. And that's another wedding photo that I came across, just a digital that I printed out. I think that one might have been from My Porch Prints. But then I made a tag with a frame on it so that if she wants to put her own picture on it, she knows what size picture to put on there and where to put it so that it lines up with the frame, with the acetate. And then just a little, this was one of my clusters that I cut out from a master board with some buttons on it and a butterfly. And let's see, what's next? Here's a little belly band, and this was created again from a piece of master board that I had collaged on, and just put some like burlap type ribbon and some buttons and a little bunny rabbit. And this is a little envelope with some little tiny specimen card in it and some labels and things, so that if she wants to label any of her pictures, she's got some little labels to do that with, and mushrooms on the front of the envelope, and that just tucks into the belly band like that. And then here's another side tuck, and this is just some cards that I just tucked in there for writing space or whatever. And another little specimen card. I just love those. I think those are from My Porch Prints also, and I just love those. And then it says special memories, and I put a little collage down here with some flower book page and a postage stamp. And then this is the signature in the middle, and this is a vellum envelope that I collaged on, and I put a little pocket on the front. It says adventure, and then here's a little dangle that has like a ship, like a steering wheel, whatever they call those on a ship, whatever that's called, and a big journaling card that tucks into that pocket. it was getting kind of chunky, so I had to kind of limit what I could put in. It was getting like almost I could hardly close it by the time I was at this point, so I had to kind of tone it down a little bit. Here's another My Porch prints that I put little different ephemera in, and just some pockets and things like that. And Thoughts is on the bottom of that one. Here's just a little pocket with a tag in it. You can put a photo or whatever on the back of that. It says happiness. And then here's another little pocket that flips out, and I put some washi tape to kind of reinforce that on that side. And then that's just a little tag that goes in there. She could use it as a bookmark if she wants. And that has a little bead dangle on it. And then here's a little pocket, and this has like a little open up type thing. I don't know. I think this was also from My Porch, or from Pink Monarch Prints. And you open it up, and then there's a pocket in there, and then there's a little tablet on this side, like a little writing spot. 2 little tags there. And I forgot to put something in that pocket. I guess I'm going to have to get something for that. I better leave that out so I don't forget. Anyway, and I put You and Me on the front, and then it just ties with a piece of, what's that called? Oh, seam binding, crinkled seam binding. So that goes on there. And then here's another little pocket made out of a mini, like a postcard. And that's a pull out, and it's like a little file folder. Looks like a little file folder. And you open it up, and there's a little ticket booklet in there that comes from My Porch Prints with just some different papers. I thought that was kind of cute just to tuck in there. And I put some lace and a little flower on the top, and then tied a little baker's twine around that. And then there's a tab at the front that they can write on there. And here's just a little coin envelope type thing that has a little booklet in it that says Creative, and it's got a picture of a scissors on the front. I think that the girl that's getting the album likes to sew, so I thought that would be kind of cute to incorporate that. And then here's just a little butterfly charm that I put on the tag that goes in that pocket. And then moving on, let's see where we're at here. This is another My Pink Monarch Prints. Super simple, so I just love them, and I should have printed them on regular paper. They wouldn't be quite so thick, but that's just me. And that has some tags in it that pull out. This is all stuff that comes in the kit. It says 1 and then 2, and that's a cute little tag. And then here's another one of those identification cards that I made with the old-time nurse on it, and that one is the vertical orientation rather than the horizontal, but I thought that was kind of cute. I should probably stamp a few more things on there. It looks kind of bare. Maybe I'll leave that out too so I remember. And then just some journaling spots on there, and a little bird, and it says Expect Miracles. And then here's a pocket over here, and a little journaling spot over here. Then, oh, and this has also, it's glued on 3 sides so that you pull it out, and here's a little file folder. And it says Heart and Soul, and I put a little dangle on that, and then I put a little card inside that they can journal on. So I thought that was kind of cute just to tuck in the side there, and then have that dangle out the side. I think those are really cute when they dangle off the edge of the page. Then, skip a few pages. Here's one I put children on because I know that she has at least one daughter, and I thought that would be kind of cute to have a spot to tuck some pictures in there. Tuck it in there, and then at the top there's also a spot where she can put some pictures. What's that? That's another little tag. Oh, that goes in there. Duh. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay, that closes up, and that goes in there. All right, and then that's just a tag that goes in there with a little dangle on it, and that's also a little, that's a little dragonfly that I attached to that, a little purple one. All right, and then this is another pocket that I made from a postcard with a tag in it, and also I tucked in another vellum envelope that I printed on. I printed on the vellum, and so that's a big area where they can tuck pictures in or memorabilia, whatever. I left it empty just so that she would have a place to put something. Then here's a corner pocket that I made, or corner tuck, whatever you want to call it. It says A Sweet Story, and that's another old-time nurse picture that I came across that I just attached to a tag, and she can replace it or keep it, whichever. But I thought that was kind of a cute tag. And then once again, another Pink Monarch Prince Sweet Simple Super Simples. And this is a trifold, like a door that comes out. And these are like paper clips that attach on the side. I'm not gonna, well, try and pull it. It's a paper clip and they both attach on the side. But then it ties shut. And it looks like a little door. I thought that was kind of cute. And then, it must be getting close to the end here, I would think. Well, this is another specimen card that I just glued on with a tag and that she can replace. Then it says peace and happiness. And then here's a little envelope that I made out of a junk mail envelope with the little tag that I put in. It says follow your dreams. Here's another little ship's wheel. It says love greatly, and a tag that pulls out. And I put paper behind, so when you take the tag out, you still have something to look at. It's not that ugly junk mail backing. And then on the side, it's got a pocket that pulls out, and it says faith, and a little file folder thing that pulls out. It's just an index card that they can write on, and that just tucks in there. And then I also put a little dangle on that one, because really, why not? You got them, you use them, right? Okay, so then we're getting to the end, and here's the last page, and it says thankful, and I don't know if you can tell, but I put like an lace applique thing on it. It really is pretty in person. I don't think it's really coming through that well on camera, but it has a side pull out with a little girl on it, and you can open it up, and there's journaling on the front and on the back. I must have got glue on there at some point, but you can open it up and there's all kinds of writing space on that, so she can write notes or whatever on that. So that's the end of that. And I always put a little thing on the bottom that says created for you by Chris, and I usually use like that acrylic stuff that you put under an LED lamp. What's it called? I can't remember right off the bat. And I just seal it with that so that it's kind of shiny and it looks kind of special. So that's my journal, and that's what it looks like with all the lace on the outside. I use different colors and different kinds of lace, and I thought that really turned out cute. And then on the front I just have these flowers, a flower cluster and a little wooden key element and some buttons. And yeah, so that's that journal. And I'm going to call it my Green Memories Journal, so that I keep track of it in my, so I can remember what I put in everything. So anyway, and then I also always do a writing board, like a hard writing board that I make out of 2 pieces of cardboard, and then I sew them together. I put digital images on the front and back, so when they want to write on a page, say they want to write on this page, they can just put that in there, and it gives them a hard surface, because it gets kind of bumpy once you get into the writing part of it. So anywho, so that's it. That's the Green Memories Journal that I created. So I hope you liked it, and thank you for tuning in and watching it and suffering through my fumbling of a video. But hope you have a great day, and hope you have a happy new year, and hope all your dreams come true. Thanks for watching. Bye.